Hello Taurus, welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today we're going to be looking at your tea leaves. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a person holding the number 3. We can see right here, we have the head of the person, we have the upper body, the legs. Now their arm is extended out. We have the 3. And then above, we have what looks like, kind of in this V shape, a bird that is flying. Now it is flying to the left, right this way. Not this way, this way. It's going this way. Now we have one right down here, also flying this way. Okay, so the left indicates to me that this is about the past. Okay, we also have the number 3. So there is maybe a series of things that took place. Maybe this was like, you know, kind of that thing that happens when it rains, it pours, right? But it pours in threes. And I don't mean to say that this is the loss of anybody. And I don't think that's what that is. No, I think this is kind of we have the birds going back. They are the messengers. We have an anxiousness, a feeling of, I wonder if something came up from an old situation, like a variable that you didn't consider, maybe something that you didn't know, you know, all of a sudden you, after all these years, get like a little tidbit of information that kind of changes how you view this old situation, this ordeal that you went through. It is marked with the 3 things. And we're going to keep going, but I'm just very interested in what this could be, because I also look over here. We have what looks like the star, right? Five points there. 2 of them are pretty bare. So to me, it almost kind of feels like there was a goal you had, a dream you had, something that you really thought, like, this is it. This is what I want to do with my life. This is where I want to go with my life. And yet, something, or at least you perceive that something got in the way. And it has elongated the process, or maybe you kind of just gave up on it. Maybe it was something that fell out of reach because of whatever was going on, and you just never kind of picked it back up. So I feel that there's also a sense of maybe lament. And that is to say, yeah, feeling pretty bad. Dreading the fact. You know, really kind of that pang of failure, or I could have, I should have, everything would be if I, you know, these things that we tell ourselves. Now I'll take a moment here to do my little, editor, how do you say it? Doing my little editor's note. I can't pronounce words. I can say them in my head. I can't always get it to come out. And I know. Yes, anyways. The thing is, right, everything is in its right place, if we know that or not. Right? You are where you're supposed to be in this moment, good, bad, or otherwise. So am I. So is anybody else. So, let's not lament. Let's get to work. right? Let's get this thing going. We have the number 9 repeated. Here, here. And where was the other one? Here. Okay. So the number 9, which is 3, 3, 3, right? Or 3 plus 3 plus 3, or 3 times 3, right? We have that Trinity repeating. We have that power number repeating. There's a sense of balance in the home life. In fact, it almost feels like everything has come into a place of harmony. Ooh, I almost knocked this in. Maybe harmony is not the word. No, I think it is a sense of everything kind of getting into the place where they can begin to really grow. Okay, now I'm looking at this where it looks like we have an animal of some kind, maybe like a little sheep or something like this. We have a person standing over here. Here's the head and the body, the arm right here. We have a key, okay? We also have the top of a house here. We have a heart, we have a heart, we have a heart. And we have maybe the name John, John, maybe possibly, or Jon, or something like this. John, Johnny. And we have a person resting, laying down right here. Here would be the head, the arms, and the legs. Okay? So I almost like imagine daydreaming about all of this. Now, I feel that this is actually something that is starting to take hold in your life, right? Like you are coming into a time where you've been working really hard. You've been trying to get it together. You want some peace in your personal life. You want something that feels fulfilling, that is like, I want to go home and be with my people. I want to do all the things. I'm excited to get up in the morning. I'm, maybe not everything's perfect, but it's not bad, right? Not all the time. And so I feel that your transition has been one that maybe has been so kind of like incremental, little by little, that you don't notice that you have changed everything about your life. You might feel like the same person, but you're not. And because you have kept vigil, because you have stayed the course, you are devoted, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it's like little things every day, like you're drinking more water, you're, getting up a little bit earlier, you're doing your practices, you're, doing whatever it is, intentional movement, affirmations, meditation, simply just giving yourself some quiet, whatever it is. It doesn't feel like a lot, but it is everything, right? And then you build upon it, and you build upon it. And I feel like that's where you really are starting to maybe awaken to the fact that that thing that you've been dreaming of, that work that you don't give yourself enough credit for, it's all coming together. It's in its own time. And that's where we get stuck. right? That's where we start to question ourselves and we think, oh, this isn't even working. I'm not even, I can't see any difference. There's no change. I'm wasting my time. This is, all the stuff. Every way that we talk ourselves out of doing the work. But you are awakening to the fact that your life is coming into a balance. And that might seem wildly out of touch with what is going on in the world. And I can understand. Because everything feels wrong right now. Everything feels... I don't even know. But here's the deal. Some of us will react to the chaos knowing that it is potential. Some of us will see, all right, this is the thing that we've been talking about. This is the, time in humanity that we've been talking about. And so now we lock in, right? We get it. We've been getting it. But now we really, really know. So what do? We thrive, right? We pour into ourselves, into our families, into our private lives. We evolve ourselves. We allow ourselves to disconnect where possible. Enjoying little moments. Doing, whatever it is that helps you get through the day. And hopefully those are, acts of service and kindness and, sometimes going out back and screaming what the F is going on, allowing yourself to feel your feelings, even if you don't want to be a part of those feelings. There's so much. It's so much. But here's the deal is I know that you are the type of person, Taurus, that's going to look around and say, okay, this is, there's not a lot to really say about all this, but I'm not going to just kind of idly stand by. You're an earth sign. You are about building. You're also about destroying. Yes, you heard me right. Building and destroying. You are about both. And so when we know that things in our own lives, things in reality, they don't work anymore, or they shouldn't, we prepare so that we can build something new. And I feel like that is where you're at. And that's why you're so locked in with that life that you have wanted. Because this is what we have. This is what we have right now. Nobody wants us to be happy. Do you know that? I mean, maybe each other, right? But they, whatever they is, they don't want us to feel okay. They don't want us to be at ease. They don't want us to be happy. Maybe like something that mimics it. Something that distracts us, imprisons us, right? All of our vices and so on and so forth. But you're prepared. You're a Taurus. You are going to be very pivotal into building what comes next. I mean, that's really the thing, is that if you're going to have somebody envision and build, right? Anything cool for you, anything of worth, anything, deeply meaningful, I would say that you would begin with a Taurus. You are the earth workers, but you have that fire. You have that fire. And it just, I don't know, you guys. I'm trying to do these readings, and I feel so connected. I really do. But there's such an oppressive energy of just, you know what I mean? Like, and it is. It is in the consensus reality. It is a feeling of something really, leaning upon the collective. And I don't know how else to, I visualize in my head what this is like. It feels like, that eye from, what is that? The Lord of the Rings, or in my mind, I feel like it's like a disc. And I don't mean literally, but like in my mind's eye, right? If my mind is like piecing together what this sensation of the world feels like, would look like to me, it feels like a disc that is between, my consciousness or my vessel carrying this, energy, this consciousness that is somehow aligned with my body machine, right? And usually it should be able to have free reign into all directions, but there just feels like there's this thing. You know what I mean? Just like, and it's fear. It's fear, it's the unknown, it's the unbelievable, it is the story that we are all being shown, the play, the mystery, whatever, right? And I don't know what to think of it. I am familiar with some of the themes, so it's also, very triggering. And I don't know. I feel like I'm in a bubble. It's also like the time of year, right? Like I feel like where I'm at, it's very cold. And you get into what I call the shining part of the year. Or, it is. It's like super cabin fever. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm isolated in my like algorithm sometimes, and I'm like, oh, this isn't, as big of a thing as, it really is in the greater world. Or is it? I don't know. So, but it feels like, I feel like it's been about 6 months, I have to say, like somewhere in the beginning-ish of fall, I felt a huge shift. It was like a blow. I don't know how else to explain it, but it has been one of building anxiety, feeling very disconnected from, I don't know, the zeitgeist to some degree, I'm still in all the things that are coming around, on TV and socially and online and all of that. But I don't know. I feel like the rising anxiety, like it puts me in the state of I'm really watching everything and I don't know how to engage with it, really, you know. And I think that's a big part of where I'm at right now, right? So I don't know if you want to talk about how you're feeling. I know I use this as a place of therapy quite often. But man, it just, it feels very, it feels hard to do some of these readings. Not because of the things that I'm picking up on really about, like, you know, you or you know, Taurus in general, but it's like the behind that, the anxiety, like there's just such a deep buzzing of dread. And that's all, like, I just feel like there's dread in a lot of people. And that's what I'm feeling with people. And it's like when you're watching something happen, but you're pretending to continue what you're doing because you don't want to freak everybody else out. You know what I mean? And like, so you're going through a state of crisis in your mind, right? And yet still trying to go through the motion, you know, like when you like don't want a child to see something that's really scary or to even know something wrong is happening or whatever. I don't know, like a car crash happens or something. I don't know. But it feels like more so than ever collectively, people just can't keep doing it. And I think that is so awesome, but my goodness, the shift in energy, it has been profound, right? And I know you're feeling it. I know I've been feeling it, and I know it's been affecting all of us, you know, and it should be. It should be. So I don't know. I'm trying my best. You know, I'm trying to keep it all together and make it make sense to some degree. Like, I don't know. So it looks like we have the number 1291. We have a turtle or tortoise with a flag. So did win. Got there first. And a reminder to stay the course, right? Don't be distracted. That's probably what the universe is just telling you right now. Don't be distracted, Lenor. You know, you get too fixated on the illusion of it all. Yeah, that's true. It is true. I do. I've had moments recently where I'm just like tripping about this or that, or I'm doing something and it doesn't need to be done right now, and I just have to stop myself and say, Lenor, this is not for you. You know, redirect your mind, because this is not it. This is not it, girl. There's so much more. Okay, so we have the heart. I love this. We have the nest right at the center. We have the little heart. And it feels to me, you know, it's like a candle that is burning low. You know, it doesn't mean that it's out. It doesn't mean that it won't burn more brightly. But right now, in this long night, it is, you know, it is. It's burning a little low. And I feel that there is a real sense of wanting to be near the home, in the home. And I see you kind of going through a bit of a nesting here, and that's right on the nose, I know. But to me, it indicates that there's this need, this want to be in a place where you feel safe and can get recharged. Okay. Now, on the 3rd, we have the full moon coming up. And if you can remember, I know it's still far off. How... Maybe for the new moon, because the new moon is building up to be pretty, I mean, gnarly. Not bad, but just like powerful. Maybe, I think making moon water. I think you should make some moon water. Just take a bowl or a cup or whatever. The night of the new moon, put it in the window. Okay. It's kind of, this will be inverted moon water in some way. I don't think that it changes the meaning. I make both new moon water and full moon water. I use the new moon water, I have to say, less for like cleaning or anointing, more for seeing, really looking into it. Okay. So I'm guessing that I keep seeing the 51. I'm guessing that you are somebody who can, I want to say divine, but I don't think it is divining. Like scrying, not divining, scrying, like what I'm doing. And that's why I wondered with the water, making the water and then being able to look into it. But I think it's dreams. I think it's dreams, like prophetic dreams for you. So I do feel like there's going to be a series of dreams coming. I'm guessing it will be after the new moon, though. Now, we have the number 2 repeating. I keep looking at it over here. If we can move this. We have 2 and 2. Yeah, after the new moon, I would look for those dreams. Make sure that you have yourself set up so that you can write them down or take note of them. Record them in some way. I don't think that they're going to be immediately understandable, but I think that definitely you will know. Like, there's something coming through here. This is going to be an important time. You are having like a shift into, I feel like a time where you're going to have a lot of foresight. Okay. The first number is the number 11. Number 58. And number 35. 35. All right. Well, I want to say thank you for being here with me, Taurus. Be brave. Everybody be brave. That's the best wish I can put upon your head, or blessing. Just chin up. That's all we can do right now, is try to stay brave. But I love you. Thank you. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, take care of yourself and good night.